Gloria, can you tell us a little bit about your homestay experience in Namibia?
Yes, I think um, it was a really good experience. It had very challenging parts as well as really good experiences that I had with my family. In the program that I did, you do 3 homestays, one in Johannesburg for the weekend, and then you do an urban homestay in Van Hook for a week, and then you do a rural homestay for 10 days. In my case, the urban homestay was the most challenging, and the weekend as well as the rural were very enriching and nurturing for myself. I learned a lot in the urban setting, but I think it was just like a lot of things that didn't go the way I thought they were going to go. However, there is like a lot of staff and people that support you there, and then you have your friends that you meet there, and they help you to go over that. But I think homestays are a very important part of the experience because you get to talk to people and you get to see daily life and you get to do things that I think if you wouldn't have that component on that, you wouldn't necessarily experience as much as I did.
Can you tell us a little bit about your academic experience and perhaps what was your favorite class?
I think my favorite class was my internship because I got to go and be with people, and I did my internship in Family of Hope Services, and I was a tutor there, so I was tutoring English and math. And by doing that, I just saw how much that related to my other classes, development and history, as well as political science. And it's amazing how those classes are tied together, even though you take it in different times and different days, but at the same time they're tied together, and you see how like development has a big impact on the community, and then how the history and the background of the country or the people influence on what you do and how they react to things and how they learn. And it's just I think it was a really good experience that I had through my internship, and I could see like how other classes related to that, and that's why in my internship was the class I most like.
On our CG programs, we do a lot in the community, listening to speakers and resource people. That's a big part of the academic experience. Can you tell us a little bit about what might have been your favorite speaker or resource person?
I think it's a challenging question because I think all of the speakers were good. I think one of the biggest components that I had and I value a lot in the trip is that you get to hear from people who are coming from different perspectives, different backgrounds. So then when you get to hear a speaker about a topic, and then you get to hear another one from about the same topic but from a different perspective and from a different background, it gives you a more holistic way of learning things, and it makes you think in things that maybe you never thought about it because you've always been listening to this kind of people who have gone to universities, but you haven't listened from people that haven't had the chance to go to school, but at the same time they are doing a lot of work. So I think I can't give like a specific speaker because for me all of them were valuable to what I learned and how I saw different perspectives, and so I can't tell only one.
Tell us a little bit about what you think is the most difficult about your semester, or what was the most difficult part of the semester.
I think for me it's the fact that I was studying abroad as an international student, not as a student from the United States. And sometimes I felt that I didn't know what my place was and what I was doing there. It was more about I had to learn to understand more that dynamic of me being with a lot of people who are from the United States, but me not being from the United States. It was more a student from the United States, and because of that, I have seen a lot of the same situations in Guatemala, where it's where I am from, and I am still struggling. And that's something that it was the most difficult thing in Namibia, is that I don't know if I have hope, because there are in other countries that are in the same situation that Guatemala is, and therefore we're not alone, that there's more people trying to do more for the world. But at the same time, well, it's like, whoa, so then it's not only Guatemala who's going through that, it's like a bunch of countries that are going through that. So just finding the balance of where do I have to start working, or how can I help, like if I am not in Guatemala or Namibia, I am in the States, like what my position is as an international student, being in Namibia but not living in Guatemala or Namibia, it's like in the States. So I think that question was one of the hardest things that I had to deal with while I was in Namibia, because I just didn't know exactly what to do, and I still don't know.
Can you tell us a little bit about the staff in Namibia and your experience working with them?
I love the staff. All of them are very welcoming, loving. My teachers were very helpful in anything, everything.